Hello, I'm Reginald Bullock, and
My name is Trey Wilder, and on today's show, this is called Just Living. It's the first episode called The Pilot. I like it. I like it. I do you think not necessarily trying to transition?
you can transition. It's our show.
I was say not. That's what I said. Not necessarily trying to, because I did like the conversation.
It's our show.
We can always toggle back and forth between this. But I was curious though, because
And oh, by the way, speaking of transition, audience that's listening, this right here was supposed to be a 10-minute test pilot to make sure that the cameras work, the lighting was good, the sound is right. And we're not even dressed technically. We got clothes that we're supposed to change in and get dressed and look good on camera and be all professional as we do. But the title of this is Just Living.
yep,
And Trey and I do this anyway, right? We do this last week. We went fishing, and so we started talking about a pilot, and we started talking about just things. And what came up was I'm always saying, how you doing, Red? I'm just living, man.
right,
I'm just living, and that's how this came up.
right,
And so the organic element of how whatever it is you may see once he edits this really is just living, because we didn't plan this. Everything, I mean, he's got scripts, he's got topics, he's got bullet points and talking points, and we have not used any of that yet. We just got into it just to do a little test, and here we now
yeah.
have an episode.
Like most of the time when I'm looking down, ladies and gentlemen, it's at the computer, not really my notes. Like I did make sure I was like, what was that other topic we talked about? Okay, yeah. But it's been genuine conversation. That's been the best thing about it, because it's two people, different ages, different backgrounds, coming together, just socializing. Like just this morning, I got more motivated now for like other stuff,
Okay.
right? So it is just having these sort of like topics, like, okay, what's a hustler to you? Like, what's intelligence? Like all these different things you can talk about, you can think about, and you get different perspectives. So that's what we wanted to make sure we did with you guys, just share our thoughts, our opinions, and most importantly, just be genuine. I think a lot of times things like it looks scripted. It looks scripted. It looks a little too fake. And like you said, like, bro, I was supposed to have on a whole jersey. Like, hey, I had everything situated. Nah, like we just rolled.
I'm not even supposed to be in short pants with flip flops. This is what I woke up to put on. At least I took a shower.
Took it out.
Yeah, but that's real. So you wanted to transition.
Yeah.
But before you transition, what do you think would be a good purpose statement for this particular show that we're doing?
Ooh.
Just living.
Purpose statement. If I had to say anything,
and it would be for the audience. It's like, what do we want the audience to receive from this? It's not just why we're doing it, but what's the so what now what? I always say that. So what we did this.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're on camera. So what we talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
Yeah.
And the now what is not for us. It's for them. So that there's value behind what we're saying, and therefore they're able to use what we're saying for the now what, to execute or to do. So what do you think?
I would say our purpose, our so what, now what. Every day we're always going through life, and I feel like one thing that's certain is we don't know what we're really doing. Like, this is just play. Like you have ideas, you have thoughts. So I feel like this platform helps showcase, hey, this is how some people genuinely think. You get different age groups. Like I said, I'm in my 30s. Reggie, you in your 50s, 60s. Like,
I'm 61.
So you get different mindsets, different thought processes that you can apply to yourself, or whether it's your kids, or whether it's your nieces and nephews, uncles and aunts, whatever the case may be. You can at least see how somebody different from you thinks, and not only how they think, but how what their thoughts appear to be might apply to your life. And our topics, you can also think about yourself, not from our lives, but from yours. So that's the essential purpose, trying to understand this thing called life and just living it. And our lives are clearly different from yours and vice versa, but we can at least assess our own lives and say, hey, this is what I want to do. Again, Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, in terms of hustling, you might look at them and say, hey, I want to be like that. But
Right.
the more you study them, you might not want to get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I love Kobe. Like, Kobe is one of my guys. I never met him. I promise you, I would not be waking up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to go. So, like, but I appreciate that sort of thing. So just learning from someone else's life and applying it to yours. I think that's really the main purpose of this show. And I mean, I can speak for myself. I don't know everything. So I mean, if you guys also feel and hear a topic that we shared and you say, hey, I differ on that opinion, I would greatly appreciate it. I think Reggie shares that same sentiment because we don't know everything.
Right.
So that's the main purpose. It's really kind of building a community if you think about it. Like, it takes a village.
I think so. I think, first of all, thank you for articulating that purpose because I think it's needed. And sometimes people just want to know, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
And what am I going to get out of it?
exactly.
And you said the word genuine. You and I have had conversations for a few years, and all of our conversations between Trey and I are like this, like literally. All of our conversations are like this. And I've had these conversations with other people, and it seems to be helpful.
Mhm.
So why should Trey and I have conversation where I benefit significantly from his experience and his knowledge, and he benefits from me, and then we go forth and achieve based on that union of information when we could share it with everybody. And to his point, maybe you'll find something in it that's useful for you that's going to help you grow.
But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you have had a good time. Like we said, bro. Listen. This was supposed to be a little test run for the pilot. We ain't got our clothes on like the way we wanted to.
We'll wear them next time.
Hey, next time, next time. But definitely hope you all appreciate this conversation. Hope you all learned something. And most importantly, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell anyone who's anyone about the show. Because not necessarily for ratings, so we'd appreciate them. But at the same time, we want to get y'all feedback. Because maybe we said something that was off or sounded wrong, or you had questions about it. I don't know. Like, I know people might have question marks on something I said. So please share your thoughts and tell us. I know for a fact. I promise you, I will gladly reach out. And Reggie's pretty open himself too. And again, it's just two guys having genuine conversation from different backgrounds. So, but before we do close, I do want to say, Reggie, I appreciate you because fun fact, he did challenge me when we were fishing, and he was like, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna call me, go ahead. And if you know Reggie, that's more of like, I'm doubting it a little bit. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I call this man next day, next week type vibes, and I did, and now we're here, and this is really motivating because I got to go help a friend move out to this, and I promise you, I'm trying to think how can I avoid that to go get some more recordings done. Like, this is exciting, bro. This is
hustle.
Exactly. So Reggie, like, from the bottom of my heart, just over the years, I appreciate you as a person, and I just wanted to make sure I had it on camera. I know we had like a flowers segment, quote unquote, to possibly talk about, but like I wanted to make sure I gave you your flowers and say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I appreciate this.
Thank you. All right. Well, on that note, in the words of Russell Simmons,
Hey,
thank you very much. God bless.
hope you have a good one.